Nikon's new mirrorless camera is here, and I mean here. Let's take a look. This is Nikon's new mirrorless camera. This is the Nikon Z7. It has a full frame sensor with 45.7 million pixels, and for the first time ever on a full frame sensor in a Nikon camera body, we have on sensor phase detect autofocus. There's 493 points and they have a 90% coverage. We have an ISO range of 64 to 25,000. That can be expanded to 51,000 and 102,000 ISO with the high ISO options. The camera will fire at 9 frames per second, faster than a D850 without its grip. The button layout on this camera will make any Nikon user feel right at home. The layout is extremely similar to what you'd find on a D750 or a D850 in the camera range. ISO button at the front, dial at the front, dial at the back. You also then have your mode dial over here, and the biggest thing is that the menus remain the same style. So the photo shooting menu, the custom settings menu, all remain the same. Because it's a mirrorless camera, we also have a really high resolution viewfinder in the back and an extremely high resolution screen as well, which is articulating. So this will flip all the way out at the back, and it's obviously touchscreen. Those of you that have used the Nikon Z850 know that you can get extremely good pictures from that camera, and this should be no exception for this one. But Nikon have taken that a step further. They didn't just want to satisfy photographers, they also wanted to satisfy videographers. So for the video options in this camera, for the first time ever, we have an N-log for a log system. We also have 10-bit in a Nikon camera, and a maximum recording of 4K at 30 frames a second, and a maximum slow motion recording of 1080p at 120 frames per second. Nikon also launched a Z6. The Z6 is identical on the outside, apart from the badge is slightly different, where it says Z6 instead of Z7. But internally there's a bit of a difference. Instead of the 45 million pixel sensor, we have a 24 million pixel sensor. And because of the drop in the pixels, we get a much faster frames per second. So we have the opportunity to shoot at 12 frames per second, and also a higher ISO. So we have an ISO range of 100 to 51,000, and that can then be expanded to 102,000 and beyond. The same great video settings and features that will be found in the Z7 will also be found in the Z6. Not only do I have the Z7 with me today, I also have the F-mount adapter, which will allow you to mount your existing F-mount lenses on the front of a Z-mount camera. A lot of people have been questioning how good this adapter is going to work, and I can guarantee that it works fantastically well. It's a full electronic adapter, has a processor built inside as well, and it means that the lenses that you're using, that you've been used to using on your D5, D850, D750, D500, they're going to work perfectly with this adapter. I can fit my existing Nikon F-mount lenses onto the front of my camera. So here I have a 28mm f1.4, and the autofocus works perfectly well through this adapter. I also have the new 35mm f1.8 Z lens and the new 24 to 70 f4 Z lens. This is the lens that will be the kit lens. And this is also a lockdown lens, so when it's stored away it's slightly smaller, and you can then fold that out to 24 and then on to 70. The big difference with the new Z mount is the size of the mount itself, and that can really be appreciated when you compare it side by side with a D850. The difference between the mount is huge. I've got a number of comparison shots for you to see. There are going to be some close-up detailed macro and also some shots comparing the size of the Nikon Z7 versus the D850 and also versus the D5. I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. There's going to be tons of new content that I'm going to be making over the next few weeks, especially looking at using the camera with other f-mount lenses to see how it works and trying it out in the field. I've got lots planned. One of the first things I want to do is see how well it works with this 400 2.8, and then I also want to see how well it works with the new 180 to 400. If you guys have specific requests and questions, please do leave them in the comments below. I'll try.